Happy Saturday. We have quite the busy day today. My sister just delivered a baby, so we are going to try to see the baby. We have a bathroom renovation project we have been trying to finish for a few months now. I just created our to-do list for the week. This is our to-do list from last week. We actually got quite a bit done. This is our to-do list for this week. And then on the back side, I always like to put our meals that I have planned just so I stay a little bit organized. I am going to be sharing a what I eat in the day in this video because I have so many comments and requests asking how I lost so much weight. One of my tips for you is to always plan ahead. So this is the meal plan for the week and I will work my macros and calories around this. I really like to get cleaning done on Saturdays, like not just a typical tidying up. I'm talking like mopping the floors, vacuuming, refreshing our carpets, dusting everywhere and everything. So I think I might start the day with some dusting of the first floor, which is what I'm sitting at right now, and maybe vacuuming and mopping the first floor, and then I'll move upstairs. I don't work on the weekends, so if you're looking for a video filled with reseller content, tips and tricks, this is not going to be the one for you. I just thought it would be fun to share my day in the life for a non-work day. You guys might know if you follow any of my other content on Facebook or Instagram or here on YouTube that I got a bulk buyout a while ago and I have it stored. I've been going through it slowly. This is one of the pieces I just found in the bulk buyout. It is a theory, like kind of shacket. It's absolutely stunning. And I did something I recommend that you don't ever do as a reseller, which is try on the inventory that you planned to sell. But I did decide to keep this piece. I just think it's too cute and it will last like a lifetime. It's such good quality. It was brand new with the tag and it had a price tag of $400 on it. I also found this dress the other day, which is completely out of season. I wanted to wear it to my sister's bridal shower. I don't even know this brand, but I know it's probably expensive. Stein Goya. It is this beautiful purple midi dress with a really big puff sleeve and it's got like that crinkle texture. This thing looks absolutely beautiful on me, not to toot my own horn, but I decided I'm going to keep this as well. I actually store my off-season clothes upstairs in the attic. So next time Dan heads up there, I'll hand this to him to put into my box. Oh, this is another item. I have a few. This is another item that I decided to keep. Unfortunately, the tag, the brand tag and the size tag were both cut out, but it is this faux leather mini dress with the belt. It is so cute. Very not in my comfort zone, but I tried it on. It looked great on me, and I think it would look really cute with a little pair of black, like knee-high boots. And the last piece that I've kept for myself recently is this Anne Klein skirt. This can be worn, I think, throughout all the seasons. It is like a cream ivory color. Sorry, the lighting in here is kind of bad. Cream ivory color. It's midi with the ruffled. It's very cute. Again, sandals or boots I think would look great with this. Does anybody else do that? Keep the inventory they plan on selling? I probably could have made a few $100s off of all those pieces, but I couldn't help it. I'm trying to kind of increase the quality of the items in my closet so they're nicer brands, better materials and quality, and when I can get them for so cheap, I might as well just keep them from my sourcing trips, right? This piece right here, we actually just got last week. There used to be like this vintage dresser here in this corner, and I've been wanting a nicer dresser that kind of opens and closes a little bit better. I found this on Facebook Marketplace for $300, you guys. It's beautiful. It kind of looks purple in our closet lighting, but it's like this neutral matte brown color with the beautiful gold handles. I love it. If you're looking for new furniture, Facebook Marketplace is the place to go. Don't buy new. It's so expensive. And this is better quality than anything you can buy on Wayfair or Amazon nowadays. What is this? What is this? Is that yours? Oh, no, don't eat that. The realities of living with a golden retriever. picking up toys constantly. Always multiple toys, as if he doesn't have enough toys, and constant, look, he's gonna pull those back out in a second. And vacuuming almost 24/7. But it's worth it, Coopers, it's worth it. He's so scared of this thing. While that vacuum is going, I am going to dust all the windowsills, any surface that I can dust. I'm gonna dust down here, and I'm going to open all the windows. Our house is pretty dark because we have this exposed ceiling, and I like to get as much natural light in here as we possibly can during the day, especially now with daylight savings, because it gets so dark so early. Is it messing anybody else up as much as it's messing me up? I'm now awake at 5 a.m. and I'm tired by like 9 o'clock at night. Coffee time. This is my, how many calories? 43 calorie coffee. And it's creamy and it's sweet. This is what I have almost every day, unless I have a latte, which I just posted a video with that latte recipe. My latte recipes are 25 calories, but I, through this weight loss journey, have not given up good coffee. I also get coffee from Dunkin' sometimes, but that's besides the point. First thing in is sweetener. I use Sweet and Low. Yeah, I use 2 packets of Sweet and Low, always. And then I do 40 milliliters of some type of sugar-free liquid coffee syrup. This one's Irish cream. It's good, not the best. We get ours off Tirani. Did you ever try this one?
No. Wait, is it the Irish cream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's very mild. It just tastes like sweet. And then I do 15 grams of liquid egg whites. Don't knock it till you try it. Just 15 grams. Good protein source, and it makes it creamier for lower calorie. And then I froth that with my little frother here. Look how creamy that is. Oop. Oh yes, that's just egg whites and sugar. Next is, I do half and half of the 2 different Chobani creamers. We have the cinnamon coffee cake and we have the sugar-free sweet cream. We're about to run out of this, and I don't think we're gonna repurchase it. So once we run out of this, I'll just replace it with half and half. But I do half a serving of each. So like 7 milliliters of each creamer. This one's from vacation. So yeah, we've had this since summer vacation. So we've had it for a very long time. When you're using a serving size, it lasts forever. Who would have thought? And then I do half a serving of half and half, which is 15 milliliters. We just got the bigger version of the half and half. We used to get like the pint or the quart, and now we have this half gallon, which is kind of ridiculous, but it's so much cheaper to get this much. And we use this every day, and we can use it in like recipes and stuff. So we're trying to cut back on our food budget and stuff. So anyway, 15 of that in the mug. And then I use 370 milliliters of coffee. Barely fits in this cup with the foam. Like, look at that egg white foam on the top. It's so good, you guys. It's so creamy. I'm telling you, try it. You won't regret it. And that's my 45 calorie coffee recipe. It's essentially 2 cups of coffee in a thermos. Dan uses a mug. I like to keep my coffee warm. I drink mine. It stays warm. I've been using a mug for the lattes I make, and it gets cold within like an instant. I don't know. But I don't think I'll ever invest into, have you guys ever heard of those mugs? What are they called? Where they keep it warm. They're like $100+. Somebody on here recommended me to get one, and then I was like so into it. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Actually, I think it was Lindsay. I was like, yes, 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 that sounds like amazing. And then I saw the price tag for the mug that keeps your coffee warm, like to whatever temperature you want, and it was like over $100. So out of my budget for sure. Never gonna get that. Just got word that we're going to be allowed to visit my sister in we'd have to leave in the next hour. So I'm gonna get ready for the day. I was gonna eat breakfast, but I'll show you my breakfast afterwards. Stay tuned because it's a high protein pumpkin muffin. It's less than 300 calories per serving, and it mimics the Starbucks chocolate chip pumpkin muffins. They are so good. As I get ready, I wanted to talk about the misconception or the idea that to be a successful full-time reseller, you have to work evenings and you have to work nights and you have to work overtime and you have to work more than 40 hours a week. Clear, I'm very understanding that when you first start reselling, or really when you first start out at anything, whether it's a hobby or something to make money, there is definitely a learning period where you're probably finding that you're investing more time into something than you maybe should be, and that's just because you're learning and there's a learning curve to it. I've been reselling for over 10 years now. So at this point in my business, I know how to do things. I've cut down on as much time as I possibly could, and I don't work more than 40 hours a week. As a matter of fact, I usually can keep it way under 40 hours a week, between 30 and 40 hours a week. And that's because I've put in the time and the research, I guess you can call it, to figure out how to cut back on as much time as I possibly can to work less and make more. I think that is the American dream right there, is to work as little as possible while still making as much money as possible. And this does come with the fact that I don't have kids. So I'm not having to run around during a work day and take care of kids. I take care of myself and I take care of my husband, and then family outside of that. Of course, we do things, but most of my family has 9-to-5 jobs, so we just work around that. I like to keep my work hours between normal work hours that other people live by, because it allows me to structure my day in a way where I'm not missing out on things that I want to do after the workday is over. So when it comes to weekends, I make sure that I try not to work. Are there times where I do shipping on a Saturday morning, or I maybe list a little bit later in the night than I would like to? Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying I never work outside of a 9-to-5, or maybe some weeks I work overtime and other weeks I work way less. It all averages out in the end, but I'm hoping that this video inspires you to take time off for yourself. You don't have to work nights if you don't want to work nights. You don't have to work overtime if you don't want to work overtime. I think it's really hard for people who work for themselves to set boundaries within the hours they are working. And one of the reasons I think that is because I think people who work for themselves or have this full-time job that they've created doing a small business, side hustle, whatever. For me, reselling it started as a hobby. So I understand why it is so easy for people to get sucked into work when they don't necessarily want to be working. It's because we love what we do. That's really what it comes down to. Like on the weekend, I definitely check my Poshmark and eBay to make sure that offers are being sent, and I make sure that there's no customers asking questions about my products. But as far as like the nitty-gritty stuff, I really do try to put that away on Saturdays and Sundays and the evenings. I really like to have a structured work week where I have a work-life balance. There are huge perks to working for yourself, that I can change the hours I'm working every single day or every single week if I want to. But I find when I break my structure, I actually get more behind. Therefore, I'm ending up spending more time reselling or working than I would like to. Structure in my business is a huge part of how I'm able to get so much done for my business in such a little amount of time. Having that structure, you might find, would be really helpful for you. One of the ways I recommend doing this if you struggle with self-discipline is setting a timer and writing down the time it takes you to do certain tasks in your reselling business. This is just how I view my business. I treat it as a real job, as if I was clocking in and clocking out every single day. I'm super curious to hear how you guys deal with your business and how you handle your time management skills. If there's anything you think I can learn from you, please drop it in the comments, because like I said, my goal is to work as little as possible while still making as much money as possible. Okay, makeup's done. I don't know what I'm wearing today. I just threw on this tank top. And with that message, I am going to close my office door for the weekend, so I'm not tempted to go in there and do any type of work. Promised. Here is the muffin. I'll put a screenshot on the page of the recipe I used. As far as the chocolate goes, ignore that. You can really use whatever lower calorie, lower sugar chocolate you want to use. I found the Great Gatsby chocolate at a discount food store, and it's really good. This is the yogurt frosting, and I just use usually about 50 grams of the frosting on top of each muffin that I eat. So good, you guys. I found this recipe, or I made this recipe. I kind of played around with it a little bit. Probably a little over a week ago, and I have made these jumbo pumpkin chocolate chip muffins 3 times. 3 times, and I've gotten ingredients to make 2 more batches this week. I am going to enjoy this. I did start some laundry. I cleaned downstairs. I still have to mop, but I dusted everything. And before I leave to meet my baby niece, I am gonna clean up the kitchen, put everything away that's out on the counters, and wipe everything down. Dan is currently working on some house projects, which is very exciting. There's always renovating to do in this house. As I was sitting here doom scrolling my phone watching TikToks, I was thinking back to when I was a part-time reseller, and going back to what I was just saying while I was getting ready is that everybody's reselling journeys, small business journeys are going to look different. When I was a part-time reseller, I worked all of the weird hours. I definitely didn't work full-time. I was making full-time income when I was a part-time seller once I started taking reselling seriously, but I worked after I got home from a 12-hour shift. I did whatnot shows after working 12-hour shifts at a hospital. So I totally understand and think it's awesome for you guys out there who are willing to put in the hours and the dedication and the work now while you're trying to figure it out. And even when you're full-time, it takes a lot of effort to get to a place where you can work 40 hours or less every single week while bringing in full-time income. Like the journey I have taken to get here, I think it's so easy for us all to forget where we've come from, but I'm constantly reminded of just how much effort and energy and tears and struggles and money it took to actually get to where I'm sitting today comfortably in my reselling business. And there are days after I finish, let's say, a whatnot show or a day of listing or a day of sourcing, where I look at this job and some days I am just like, how am I doing this? Like, what am I doing? I just sourced for 10 hours in the past 2 days and I have barely found anything. Or I just had a whatnot show that I put so much effort in and I barely made the profit I was hoping for. And then there are other days where, like today, I'm sitting here on a Saturday enjoying my day off, and I am just so unbelievably grateful for every single win and struggle that has gotten me here today. So just keep that in mind. The whole point of the conversation I just had with you while getting ready is to say that I, in my business, prioritize a work-life balance. That is very important to me. And I know it's very important to a lot of you. There's nothing against if you want to work over 40 hours a week. That's awesome. You will make great money doing it. But for me, right now in my life, as a newlywed, moving into this house I've been in for almost a year now, I just don't want to invest any more time than I have to building this business to be as strong as it possibly can. Oh my gosh. And here is another Facebook Marketplace find I wanted to show you guys. We have been needing an entertainment system since I met Dan. His was just like an old piece of table, I think, that he made into an entertainment system, which worked perfectly, but we were hoping to upgrade our space, and look how absolutely beautiful this piece is. It retailed for like $1,500 and we got it for 600 buckaroonies. It is stunning. And if you can't tell I'm a fan of Facebook Marketplace, I found this free IKEA crib on the side of the road. You better believe I stopped the truck right away and threw this into the back. Since my sister did have a baby, if I ever have to babysit or watch the baby, now I have a little crib for her. And I also found, this was right next to the crib, it is an IKEA bookshelf. Look how perfect that is, for free. You guys, if you are not sourcing or taking advantage of Facebook Marketplace finds, you're seriously missing out. We're gonna be out for a handful of hours, so I am bringing protein bars for Dan and I to stay on track with our nutrition. Shoes are going to be the Rothy's I got at a garage sale. Very cutesy little neutral loafers. We love them. Get you guys set up here. Cardigan sweater is Club Monaco. I actually got this in a real palette and I decided to keep it for myself. I think I'm gonna wear it open, although I typically wear it closed. Jeans are Judy Blue straight jeans. My only pair that I own of Judy Blues, and I absolutely love them. And tank top is from TJ Maxx. Glasses are from Zenny. Okay, we just met my niece for the first time. Isn't she so cute?
Yeah.
We're really close to a buy sell trade store called Clothes Mentor. So we're gonna go there. They have a clearance sale right now. So technically working, I'm doing this, I like to call this the hobby thrifting because, oh my gosh, there's a ladybug on me. Oh, it just flew off. Where is it? Ladybug. Anyway, they're having a clearance sale. They're doing like one item for $2 or 3 items for $5. So we're gonna go there really quick and see if I can find anything for personal use or for reselling. We're eating our protein bars now because it's almost 12 o'clock. And we ate breakfast at like 8:30. Okay, so I found some stuff for myself. Dan's actually holding it right now, so I can't show you. But I'm picking up anything new with tags with this clearance price because they'll go into Erin's new with tag whatnot shows that she hosts for me. Look how cute this little Ralph Lauren cable knit sweater dress is. I am picky. I already went through all this and I didn't take any of that. Some people I think assume I just buy whenever there's a sale price, but you have to be picky. Don't just buy everything. The little denim dress by Zara. This is new with tag. That's a great piece, super substantial. I'll get that. My hand's gonna fall off by the time we're done here. We forgot to bring our Hulkin bag. Gotta look, I found this Free People jacket and jackets are 20% off today. I'm gonna show you how to use Google Image. You get the Google app and then there's a little camera icon. So you click this at the top and you basically take a picture of your item where you can see it good enough. And then Google will search it. Sometimes it comes up right away. Sometimes you have to type in like Free People because that's the brand it is. And then there it is. So this is the Women's Lodge Living Sherpa jacket. This is for a new tag one. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm on eBay, I'm gonna look up Free People Lodge Sherpa jacket and see if anything comes up. There it is. Listed new for $135. That's not what we care about. We care about solds. Listed price means absolutely nothing. And there's one listed or sold for $45 in pre-owned condition. So at $30 with 20% off, could I make money? A few bucks, but is it worth it? Probably not. And there's only one sold, so many listed, so I'll leave that behind. Okay, this is everything we walked away with. I think it was close to 100 items. I'll tell you in a second. Okay, so let's see. The first purchase was $70 and I got 42 items. The second purchase was $45 and I got 27 items. Okay, so no, I got like 60 items. Yeah, almost 70 items for $115. Pretty good. No, you guys are probably laughing watching this saying, because I just said, I don't like working on the weekends and work-life balance. Like I said, I would call this my thrifting hobby coming out on the weekends. This clearance sale that we just stopped at has been going on for like 5 days and I never made time to come out. It's 45 minutes from my house, so I never made time to come out here on a work day. But since we were at the hospital, which is literally so close to this location, that's why we came. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have made the trip. Sometimes I can walk away with like hundreds of items from these sales, and other times I walk away with like a small bag. So today was a good day. This was a good, 70 items is pretty solid. So now we're going to go home. It's currently 1 o'clock, just past 1 o'clock. I'm hungry. I'm very, very hungry. We just got home and this is at our doorway. Oh, and I think that these are anniversary flowers from Dan. He told me to come out and check them. Oh, look how beautiful. They look like my wedding bouquet. I'm filming this, it's Saturday the 7th, and our wedding anniversary is on the 10th. Are these from Rebecca?
Yep.
They're very pretty. They're huge. The bouquet is massive.
Ended up, we did it in vase form.
And I can see
That's
there.
why it's much bigger.
Yay! I'm very happy. Thank you. I'm really surprised that you actually followed through with that.
So she was texting me while we were driving. I learned how to hide.
I was about to say, how did it not come across? Oh my gosh, the hydrangeas is so pretty. Yay! Say happy anniversary!
Cooper, happy anniversary.
Okay, was that not so sweet of Daniel? I'm making lunch right now to show you what I came up with, and I'm gonna share the macros with you as well. So we have this old time potato bread. If you don't like potato bread, they have white bread, they have Italian bread. This is low calorie and has high fiber. It is 50 or 45 calories per slice. I'm gonna take this, and then I am going to take 2 slices of Velveeta cheese, just like little packets of cheese. These are 35 calories a piece. I'm gonna make a grilled cheese with this stuff, and I'm gonna make a tomato soup, which is going to be made out of, believe it or not, it's actually really good, you guys. It's going to be made out of a combination of 2 things, and this might be like insane to some people, but I'm going to take a serving of this tomato sauce and blend it into a serving of this cottage cheese to make a creamy tomato soup. It's not gonna be tomato soup, but it's gonna taste really good. And if I'm a little bit hungry afterwards, I might also eat some of this turkey pepperoni. I'm not sure if I'll be hungry, we'll see. But that's gonna be my lunch, and let me read the macros to you for this entire meal, including the turkey pepperoni. So it's 362 calories, and the protein is, it's almost 30 calories or 30 grams of protein for this entire meal, which is insane. It's like 28 to 29. So I'm gonna get this cooking or heated up. I'm literally just gonna microwave these 2 things together and throw the sandwich on a pan to warm up the cheese. I also have to prep dinner for tonight, which is going to be, I just learned that you can make pulled pork with a pork tenderloin. So we went to Aldi's last night. We went food shopping on a Friday night, which is so unlike us, but I picked up a whole pork tenderloin. This is 120 calories for 4 ounces. There's 4 servings in this. I'm gonna throw this in a crock pot for like 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours on low or on high, and see if we can make this into some pulled pork. I'm gonna throw some liquid on top and a little bit of barbecue sauce, and then I'll show you what we're having for dinner once it's actually made. I put the turkey pepperoni in broil in the oven so they get all crispy, and then I dip them into this like chips. This is keto, but it's not purposely keto. It's just really delicious. It tastes like you're eating pizza. I've made it for Dan before, right? Does it taste like pizza?
Yeah, it does.
That's right. This is what the pork loin now looks like. I put tons of seasonings in, some cut up onions, 2 bouillon cubes, and some liquid. Oh, and barbecue sauce on top. And hopefully it cooks down so we can shred it for sandwiches. I'll tell you what, you guys, being an adult, I feel like I never stop moving. We just got home from seeing the sample home. It's 4:30, which means I need to start prepping for dinner. As you saw, we're having the pulled pork, which I'll check on in a second. Actually, it might not even be done in time, which is gonna be really, really sad because I don't have a backup plan. With the pulled pork, I am going to make some sweet potato fries. I have been craving sweet potato fries, so I'm gonna make a batch of these up for Dan and I, and then we'll just have pulled pork sandwiches. It should be delicious. I don't know. Let's see what the pork is looking like. Well, it certainly looks good. I mean, as long as it's cooked, we'll be able to eat it. It just might not be pulled pork. It might just be pork sandwiches, which is totally fine. It has been such a fun day so far. If you like these type of videos, these like day in the life videos that aren't reselling related, even though you did get a little bit of a sneak peek for reselling, let me know in the comments if you'd like to keep seeing them, especially if you'd like to keep seeing like the different type of foods and meals I make throughout the day and how I lost 30 pounds. I used to make some shorts over on my Facebook page, but I haven't made a what I eat in a day on Facebook in quite some time. I love sharing what I eat and how I was able to lose weight, but I don't know. The reels on Facebook seemed to not explain it in detail as much as people were hoping for, which makes sense. So this sweet potato that I'm cutting up right now, it weighed, I think it was 100 or 200, like 30 grams. I will eat 100 grams of it, and then Dan will get 100 whatever amount with his meal. I already have logged my 100 grams in my Fitness Pal. That's how I keep track of everything. And Dan always eats more food than me. Makes sense. I am a little bit hungry. It's 4:30. We usually eat dinner around 6:30, so maybe that will be done in time. But because I'm hungry, I'll probably have a snack. I already have my after dinner snack planned. I always have a little snack after dinner. For right now, I'm thinking about having one of these. We picked these up. I started couponing again. I used to coupon all the time. But I picked these like cereal bars up. I got them for next to nothing at CVS, and I've really been liking them. They're only 100 calories. I think I'm gonna eat this for my before dinner snack. Oh, and what I was doing with the fries is I cut them up, and then you stick them in a bath of ice cold water to release some of the extra starches or to remove the extra starches. I don't really know, but everybody says if you want crispy French fries to soak them in cold water. So that's what I'm gonna do. Since we've been running around all day, I am literally going to sit down on the couch, eat my snack, and like watch a YouTube show and just try to get some relaxation in on this beautiful Saturday. Okay, we had dinner, which was delicious, and I wanted to show you what my snack is going to be. So I try to keep my snacks and lunches and dinners and stuff high protein, lower calorie. So I'm going to take one of these old time cinnamon raisin bagels and toast it. I am going to take a little cup and take half a serving of non-fat Greek yogurt, which is like 80 grams or something like that. And I'm gonna mix that with 3 grams of sugar-free chocolate Jello pudding mix. And I mix this with the yogurt, and it kind of creates like a frosting cream cheese type thing. And then I top that on top of the bagel. Here comes my dog. And then for a little added sweetness, I add a serving of Lily's lower sugar chocolate chips. And it's very, very good, super satisfying. But this is what a Saturday looks like on a day off at the Mellowstate household. Bonk. And we're gonna celebrate our 1-year anniversary in 2 days. I'm not sure when this is gonna be posted, but it's coming up. By the time it's posted, we'll probably be married 1 year.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you wanna see more content like this outside of reselling, let me know in the comments. If you wanna see more reselling content though, you can subscribe. I post more reselling content than anything else. And I will catch you guys in the next one.
Smooches.
Smooches. Psych, I tricked you guys. Dan and I just ran to the food store to get a few condiments that we ran out of for this week's meals. And the food store we typically go to never has Halo Top mix-ins. but they finally have it in stock. So I got my favorite flavor, which is the chocolate fudge brownie, and Dan got...
I got this, I don't even know what it is, cherry chocolate chunk.
We've never tried this flavor before. I don't like fruit in my ice
So
cream.
you're just trying something new.
Yes.
I think we've had every single one except for this one.
These are so good. I have enough calories to eat my entire pint, 490 calories. It's high protein, but I am so excited. I literally, right before we left, I put my bagel in the toaster to make my snack that I talked about. And I was like, oh, I could do a giant pickup order for tomorrow. And Dan's like, why don't we just go to the food store now? And I said, okay, I love nighttime runs. So I'm going to go put my YouTube video on and eat my pint of ice cream in bed.